Very excited here to bring in my representative, my attorney. Bill Richmond has a major announcement here.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Woo! I've been told that I have to keep this professional. There's been something that we've been working on for a good amount of time, and then it came to a head, and I think today you can officially announce it.
Absolutely. I think folks know how we first got to work together, and when we first started working together, it was because of the bad things that were done by a particular certain tech company and how they were trying to screw with a variety of ways that you interact with that platform. And the platform that's in the target, again, in the crosshairs, is Facebook.
I was going to say Friendster.
Yeah.
So it was going to be Friendster, but then we reached out and they were totally cool, so it was fine.
So be clear here. So what do you mean crosshairs? You are filing?
We have already initiated and will be publicly announcing and making available for everyone a lawsuit that we're filing against Facebook Inc. regarding unfair competition, fraud, false advertising, and antitrust.
Woo! You've done more than all the Republican senators.
A little bit, yes.
A little bit.
Yeah.
And I know that behind the scenes we've been disappointed that there have been 4 years and not a lot has been done about big tech. Can you clarify, because a lot of people go out and complain here about being banned or having something removed, and they're filing some petition. This is different from that. We are filing, in fact, you have filed a lawsuit, and it's available at louderwithcrowder.com.
There's going to be more information there. We're going to be providing that, and we'll be keeping updates on folks. That's why I'm going to be spending more time away from the show and focusing on the lawsuit as we move forward. The reason why it's different is because we're going after Facebook based on its own words and its own promises. It's a platform that was, ever since 2016, when the Gizmodo article came out and said, we're suppressing the feed. We're taking certain views, and we're going to suppress them in the trending and news topics. We don't do that anymore. That's what Facebook said. We don't do it. They told Congress we don't do it. They told the consumers we don't do it. They told us that they don't do it. But over the course of the years, we've realized they actually are doing it. And we've seen it from the election stream that was cut off, from various posts and other things that have been suppressed.
Did we ever get a reason as to why that stream was cut off?
None. Not a one.
Still waiting.
By the way, and this is one of the biggest independent election stream ever of all time, taken off from the biggest social media platform, the biggest, most powerful company of all time, with no reason.
None at all.
That's what people need to understand. This isn't, something was put up there and something was throttled, or they said that this post wasn't good, or this meme, or they removed the biggest stream that ever existed from the biggest platform that's ever existed with no reason.
So what's different of this lawsuit from other lawsuits that have gone against big tech, and a few have some very specific factual reasons, but ours is really pro-business, anti-fraud. You can run a business however you want. If you were a social media platform or any kind of business and you want to allow certain types of contents or certain kind of customers in your store or on your platform, you're allowed to do it. But what you can't do is lie. What you can't do is say, we are open to everyone. We don't discriminate based on political ideology or race or religion, and then turn around and actually do that, both expressly and through the software that you're implementing. And the whole reason is because they need creators to be able to drive users. The only thing they have is eyeballs and ears to be able to sell ads.
Right.
And so they get creators to bring this data into them, to bring you, the free user. I mean, it's at the very front of their FAQ. Our business is your data, and being able to sell that data for ads. And yet they bring people in under the auspices of saying there's no discrimination, but in reality, the bias is clear through their enforcement policies.
So what is it that we want from Facebook? It's not getting a post up here or there.
No. The very first thing that we're looking for is injunctive relief. The specific lawsuit, the specific statutes that we're using in this lawsuit focuses mainly on getting them to just, in a word, stop it. Just to simply stop.
Stop it.
Hey. Stop it. Stop all of it. Stop throttling. Stop secretly throttling. Stop expressly throttling. Stop doing all of the different things that are anti-competitive behavior, that are unfair competition. Stop listening to certain media companies tell you, I don't like this other media company, shut down their page, throttle their ads, throttle their users, keep their users from being able to see or even like their particular posts. And that's the difference that we're going to be employing here.
Yeah, that sounds pretty intense. So you won't be on the show as often. We'll have Dave here and some other folks around, and that's because you have to focus on this.
We are going to be focusing on this.
Avoiding
I'm going to be spending a lot of time.
Paragraphs.
Exactly. So
Run-on sentences.
we've already started. We've already started that procedure. You're going to be learning more about that. You're going to be seeing a post today that's going to have a lot of information. You're going to be seeing that official filing as it comes out of the clerk's office definitely in the next day or two. But as we work through this process, it's going to be long. It's going to be hard. As we talked about, this is not going to be something short, and likely we will be facing in California some federal courts that don't want to follow the law. But we know that we're ready and prepared to take this all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court.
Yep, we absolutely are, and it's going to take quite a bit of time. But you know what? Ban me, bro. Oh, actually, they can't on Facebook. This is going to be our last stream ever to Facebook. So sorry, Facebook, but right now, because it's not. I mean, I don't know if they do their due diligence. They can spy on Mug Club or on YouTube and hear what we're saying about them. But really, it's just I don't want to give you our dollars anymore.
Yeah. No. Well, and you shouldn't. And look, I found out about this morning. I talked to Bill just before the show. Somebody had to do this. Somebody had to take a stand. We've been beaten down for the last 3 or 4 months pretty heavily. We need a win. We need somebody to go out and fight back against this stuff. So thank you, Bill. I'll miss you, but go get him.
He's not going to be around a bunch, but that's because he is charging forward. And you know what? Here's the thing. A lot of people go out and fire. There's ready, aim, fire as far as whenever you're looking at a suit and you're doing your due diligence and you're filing your briefs and you're making sure that you're doing the proper research. There's been a lot of, and I'm saying this, people, just be clear, figuratively, there's been a lot of firing out there like Yosemite Sam was, this was banned, and like, well, actually, you said that there were 60,000 dead people voting there, and that's actually not true, but there was a number of these thousands of people, like we can look at these voter rolls, but what you said was incorrect, that's why they removed it. So some people go out, don't do their due diligence. You have to spend time readying and aiming and preparing. And that hasn't been done a whole lot by those on the right. And that's why I say some of you have been, some folks, not everyone, there have been some folks at the top who've played some people, and we want to be as transparent with you as possible. And it's going to take some time. It's going to take some funds. But I'm pretty happy to have Senor Richmond here. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, absolutely.
I appreciate it. All right, get out of here because now we have to talk about Republicans who are dead to me. There he goes.
Love you, Bill.
Get out of the studio.
Good man.
I don't think people realize how monumental that actually is.